Alright, yo. Nick, we need you for a full squad. Yes, I am here. 3 as of right now. Alright, ready up, boys. Okay. Let's play then. Nick's gonna join us. Oh. Alright then. Oh. Yeah. Later. Go into game. Your mom. 88.
58.
Yeah.
I'm at 58.
What level are you though? Yeah. I'm 65.
46.
Almost 66. Oh yeah. So you gonna leave Foxy then? We're gonna get wins, so I mean if you wanna play, you can. Yeah. I'm doing 3 wins a day from now on. I have 1 right now. Today. And I got 3 solos yesterday, so. That's. Yeah, I can do the big telephone. Yeah, we can go Dusty, guys. Get some kills there.
The telephone is easy. All you have to do is
mark
shoot at
it
the
and
numbers.
the rest of us will go
Dusty.
Dusty, so your challenges can get done.
I need to shoot. Someone put on a balloon then and should kill someone maybe, or at least 100
Okay.
damage.
I'm almost 66.
I'm almost 62.
I'm so close to hybrid stage 4. Yeah, I'm literally 5,000 away. That's like 3 games for me, so 3 good games. Hey, ready up. Tristan. Ready up.
Oh. Sorry.
It's all good. Hybrid. Yeah. Oh. Okay, let's just check in for updates. If this one doesn't work, leave and join me again. Okay. I'm readying up, it's not working. Yeah, join me.
And I hated what that school had done to me and wanted to go back to being the old me again. And surprisingly, they all bought it. Friend 1 and I even hugged it out, and I put the cherry on top when I told them I'd be coming to the party. Now, for my moronic teenage plan. First, I started
what
recording them
happens when you don't
whenever
ready
we
up,
were alone
JD.
together. I wanted to get everything they said about the party and the girl they were planning on visualizing on tape. I knew I needed some kind of proof, or it would just be my word against theirs. And after 2 days, I had gotten more than enough. But I wasn't done. No, my stupid self had a plan, and I was going to fulfill it to the fullest. So the next thing I did was track down the girl, take her aside, and tell her everything. She was pissed and scared, but I begged her not to go to the police or tell anyone. I know now that was stupid as well, but for some reason she listened to me. I had a plan, a crazy, stupid plan to teach them all a lesson. So I told her to tell friend 1 that she was going to meet him at the party, but to just stay home so she could stay safe. Later that day, friend 1 started bragging about how the girl had accepted his invitation and everything was going to plan. And I sat there, phone half out of my pocket, recording the whole freaking thing.
This was a starter pack from season 4.
And I sneak out because, you know, I was grounded. I think it's worth mentioning that I wasn't filled with vindication
I know.
and self-righteousness throughout the whole night. I was second-guessing myself. I had doubts, but in some strange way,
No.
I felt betrayed.
No.
These 3 boys had been my brothers.
The skin.
I had to throw a punch, and I felt betrayed.
No. This skin was an exclusive season 4 starter pack skin. It's impossible to get unless they bring it back.
Down this road. The possibility that I might have been just like them if my parents hadn't sent me away. It's a strange moment of realization to come to. A crowded frat house surrounded by drunk idiots.
What do you think me and what do you think me and Wolfie are doing right now? We're both ready. You're the only one that's not ready.
I made sure to give them my sights for the whole.
I'm not getting mad. I've changed, okay, bud. I've changed a lot. I've played with a lot of more cancer people. I've gotten pretty much better than I used to be. I've just changed, okay?
All 3 of them were classmates.
Sorry if I sound cancer.
By this time, the crowd was dying down, and a few people who couldn't hold their liquor were already passed out around the house. And now was the time to shine.
It's like 16 minutes. Is this better? Okay, good, because I can hear it, but you can't. Nice.
Admittedly, I didn't really since I not only did the of every other country but also last month. But since it was a small school in a small town, I photos, and that's exactly what I wanted. Next week, I got home. I had a horrible judgment from my parents. They stopped when I finally told them what had been happening. They were both shocked and a little disbelieving, but when I played them both the recordings I'd saved on my phone, they were just as sickened as I was. I was silent.
Ooh, I got the new weapon.
Receiving a lecture about how I should come to him in the first place, and what I'd done
The new infantry rifle. I know, it's like the most common epic in play mode.
And I'll watch it laugh at them. Everyone's supposed to explode her, so they had no way. I was very scary. I was myself whether or not I had the right thing, but my friend I still felt hurt and betrayed that they'd allowed themselves to come this way. And even though I felt a little guilt for potentially
Yeah?
One had been planning on joining at the game. Parents were
I need a shotgun.
furious and demanded all three ex-friends be arrested. I would have been too, were it not for the girl telling her parents and the court that I had warned them to stay away from friend one at the party. I was charged for my use of an illegal substance and I admitted to
Yes, I can. I'm just not listening.
the form of assault, but luckily I never got
If you're not paying attention, then you're not gonna hear.
this though. All three of them tried to result in a case. But
I know, that's what I was saying that to myself. Because I wasn't paying attention. So what was your question? Where are you going? I got myself a shotty. Okay, I'm dead. I have almost a perfect loadout. All I need now is a green flint knock and a gold pump.
what he did knocked him sense with the two of them, and they lied to enough to actually get into college without them. Since they were both kicked off their team, they never came near me again, which surprised me, but I no longer care. In my mind, my friends were dead to me long before all of this went down. And by the time I moved away to college, it was all gone. I'm in my final year of college now, and I still think about those.
I say we just take the long way. It's safer, and if we get jumped, everyone, or at least someone will still have mats.
Like them. Oddly enough, I do miss them at times, but I know it's the memory of the kids I miss, not the men they turned into. I thanked my parents continuously for sending me to that place, and even got some approval from Jay when I felt man enough to tell him what happened.
I realize that, but the long way is still be safer.
But a part of me hopes he learns his lessons and just go with his life, like I have. I guess.
Plus, wait, mark where it is, okay? So I can know if it's in or out of the circle.
The way I did it. Always involve others qualified to do it.
It's in the circle, so yeah, it's better to take the long way. If it was out of the circle, then yes, I would easily take the short way to get there, but since it's in, it's safer to take the long way.
I am not going to crack the codes in this story because it is just too heavy. Seriously, you guys, did you ever hear of one of your friends?
If you guys want it, there's an Easter egg launcher down here.
Take it from this guy, someone who actually tried to get justice himself. That was r/nuclear revenge. And if you like this tale of epic justice, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
I'm already. Okay, buddy. Don't jump. Okay, I'm already down here. I can get him. You can't. You can't. You still don't have max links. Oh, I unlocked the max version of the dragon skin yesterday. It's like the hybrid. So I don't really need XP for this season. I don't have a legendary weapon. And this is the smart choice. I can't. You have to get over here before anyone can open it. Like, literally, you're not allowed to open it if the person who has the map isn't there. Who just got knocked out by fall? Oh! GT! No! Listen. No, you get the chest. Listen, he's under attack. You get the chest. I'll try and KO them. They've got ballers on their sweaties. Perfect combo for me to try and kill. I would recommend you doing so. Yep, I'm dead. I knocked literally all of their shield off. Literally none of them have shield except one. Like, they're so bad, but I couldn't do anything. I was getting sprayed by SMGs from all angles. It got pretty decent aim, just no. So close. We got... Seriously though, that sweaty team. Like, there was a fake default, there was a season 2 kid, and they were all so bad, but, you know, 1v4, it's kind of hard to win no matter how good you are.
Welcome to our time where the life of a child. Different person for those last 13 years. He went from being the most loving, incredible, caring, compassionate person around to an aggressive, violent butthole who blew up over the smallest things, but only ever at his inner circle, me, my mother, and other close family. He always managed to keep his composure around strangers for fear of someone calling the police and getting him arrested, but he would later let it all out on my mom and myself, admittedly mostly me. After the shooting, he could never work again, and my mom was forced into the position of being the family's sole breadwinner. We lived in poverty for many, many years because the USA wouldn't recognize her college degree and she couldn't afford to go to college again. So she couldn't work in her field and had to start at the bottom of the ladder. Dad eventually died when I was 15 of issues related to his shooting. Now, when I was 7, my parents decided to move into a town with a better reputation for their schools than the one we were currently living in, so that I could attend a better school. They bought a house
I'm changing my
on the
skin.
edge of town. Most of this town is incredibly expensive, but because on the other side of the street and across the town line, there's a big complex of government-subsidized housing, our area is much cheaper. This is the house with the butthole neighbor. The house is a 3-family. For the last 16 years, we have owned and occupied the first floor, while the terrible neighbor lived on the second floor until recently. The third floor has been occupied by over 10 owners and tenants over these years. None have stayed more than 3 or 4 years, and some have stayed as little as a handful of months. Now, the second floor jerk. Let's call her Karen, because obviously, she has a husband who we'll call Bill, and they have a young son. Here's the story. When we moved in, Karen and Bill had already been there for a few short months. The 3 of us on the first floor, Karen and Bill on the second, and the original third floor owners, bought the house from the same crew, who had bought it and turned it into a 3-family, fixing it up in the process. Karen quickly showed her but in front of other people, they stood out to be physically dominant. In our first years here, we fight a lot, which we regularly heard them downstairs. They would yell, sometimes for hours, and occasionally it seemed like things got violent. Karen was born maybe 10 years ago, because in fact, the story until much later. But anyways, the point is, whatever Karen's done, she's always gotten away with it. Here are a couple highlights. My mom always took pride in how well she took care of our
Here, let me show you Tilted Towers.
She's given them good grades and benefits.
We can kill everybody at Tilted Towers. That eliminates most of the sweaties from this lobby.
Apparently wasn't so diligent, and one recycling got really nasty.
Screw you.
I mean, really nasty. So she just left it out back. Context, behind the houses in the backyard was just pavement with a parking spot designated for each unit, and began using ours. Lo and behold, ours started to get nasty, and Mom quickly went from spending a good 3 minutes rinsing it out every month to about 45 minutes scrubbing with soap and water to clean it out. Eventually, we decided we had it, and she and Dad took care of it. Because of the time, like the current email that basically said, whoever started using our recycling bin, please stop and use your own. You never asked our permission, and we take good care of it. And ever since you began, it's become disgusting. We knew it was Karen and Bill, but Mom and Dad figured it was more polite without a call out, and they didn't want to hurt anything. Within a week, things happened. Karen and Bill got a brand spanking new recycling bin, and 1 week later, ours had been destroyed. Someone took a knife and cut it to pieces. We had no way of knowing who it was, but we had a pretty good feeling we knew exactly. Yes, we had to
Really, Jay? Okay, I thought you didn't land here with me, JT.
though my parents didn't say anything about it. Back when we could afford a car, we haven't had one since our first few years here, we used our parking space out back. Every time that Karen and Bill hosted a party, which back then was surprising, they would toss their trash over the balcony into the general vicinity of the trash and recycling bins out back, which is literally right next to our designated parking space. Most of the dents we had in our old 88 Toyota were from bottles thrown from the second floor balcony. Windows break a couple times. Same deal. Each time it happened, my parents would politely go upstairs and knock on Karen and Bill's door and respectfully ask them to stop throwing stuff over the balcony, because you don't mean it, but sometimes it accidentally hits our car. Each time they went and did that, Karen and Bill stopped, but they would do it again until they got caught during their next party. Again, though, my parents never wanted to escalate the situation, so they never just further than knocking on our door and politely asking them to stop. This is another example of Karen. It's also relevant.
Who's watching emotes?
Bullet point section. Our basement is shared between all 3 units. Each unit has its designated space boxed out, kind of like office cubicles, and there's a designated common area in between. Years ago, maybe like 8 or 9, Karen and Bill completely filled their designated basement cubicle. So they just started piling junk all over the common area. Eventually, they developed this enormous pile of junk in front of our unit's oil tank for heating. My mom and dad never said anything because it happened over a long period of time and they didn't want to start a fight. And as far as I know, none of those
JT, there are people on me.
but it got to the point where she and her husband were taking up common space that was
Rip in the
twice the size
chat.
of their designated.
How'd you get over there?
Now, I'll be the first to admit that for many years, my parents and I weren't great neighbors either. Didn't bully anyone, but due to my dad's condition, triggered by seemingly anything, and suddenly he'd be in a rage and we'd all be yelling. I grew up in that generally chaotic environment, and yeah, there were several times when the police were called to our house for noise disturbances. But we kept our stuff to ourselves, and we were nothing but polite and respectful to all our neighbors, always. That said, you can imagine that our first priority was always my dad. So he and Mom always swallowed their pride and avoided doing anything to antagonize Karen, no matter how terrible the behavior got. And believe you me, there are plenty more stories on top of the ones I told above. After my dad died, I developed my own issues for a while with mental health. Growing up in a constantly chaotic, violent, aggressive environment took its toll on me. And for a time, I had deeply depressive tendencies. Struggled with suicidality for years and eventually wound up graduating high school after a similar to when my dad was sick, I became my mother's top priority at that point. So again, Karen and Bill kept getting away with all. I got better though. Nowadays, I'm even off my psychiatric medication. I got my stuff together and graduated high school and even college. I have my bachelor's and I'm doing some post-grad stuff for a master's. Most of the way has been paid for by scholarships, but I recently decided that as an adult now, and therefore as someone with a little more say in things around the house than when I was a kid, I had had enough of watching Karen bully my parents, particularly my mother, for so many years. I wanted revenge. Phase 1 of my plan was to ease my way into the adult condo administration dialogue. I began helping out around the house, as in around the common area parts. I single-handedly redid the back porch's flooring, It sounds like more than it is. I just pulled out all the floorboards and nailed new ones in. I replaced both storm doors about 6 months apart, with each one having problems. Different kinds of problems, it doesn't matter what they were. I also took care of some comparatively smaller things. I weed whacked out back for a couple hours, cut the grass out front a few times, and got up early so that I could beat everyone else to the shoveling every time it snowed one winter. I also began wheeling back everyone's recycling and trash bins after trash every week, not just our own. After the first 2 bullet point stuff, each time I sent out an email to everyone in the condo to let them know what I had taken care of, and that all I asked of the other 2 units was for them to reimburse me 1/3 of the cost of the materials on their timetable, because, of course, I hadn't given them a heads up, so it was only fair that I allow them to pay me when they can. The smaller stuff from the last bullet point I obviously didn't need to announce. The idea was just that, over time, the neighbors would see me taking more initiative in things and being more active, which would go on to justify me participating more in intercondo politics. I also made a point to keep conversations to email, so there would be a written record of every interaction. Phase 2 of my plan ran pretty much concurrently to Phase 1, but had an entirely different purpose and was overall entirely different. I began gathering evidence of everything I could. I asked my mom to track all the old emails she and Dad had exchanged with me, documenting and Bill had Bill stuff. I went downstairs and took a video of Karen and Bill's stuff all over the common area, particularly emphasizing all the highly flammable wood and cardboard stuff they had piled up in front of our oil tank. I dug up and went over the detail, specifically the sections that detailed the rules around common areas. To my utter joy, Mom and Dad apparently because they just never knew what to do with it and never wanted anyone to ask questions. Actually, I did one other
Did he leave the match?
a bit more explanation. Karen and Bill are awful parents. Mom and I regularly
Yeah, we.
I'm decidedly not going to go into detail because even though I changed his name, he's still underage, and I feel it would be disrespectful to him to do that. But let's say it costs